Hey, welcome back to Carlo Peruzza MMA. I'm Carlo Peruzza. I'm with a very special guest. He is Mr. Brendan Schaub, former UFC fighter, commentator here this week in Orlando, Florida, Gamebred Bareknuckle MMA 7. Brendan, coming into the commentary role this weekend, we have an amazing card here. Junior Dos Santos, Alan Belcher headlining, a bunch of great athletes, 11 former UFC guys on this card. Overall, what appeals you to the bare knuckle platform, and why did you want to maybe decide to step up and commentate this one?
Yeah, I've been asked to do commentating before. I've never really committed to it, and I like Gamebred because I was speaking with Dean, and it's new. It's new, and some of the other organizations, they're set. We kind of know what to expect with them. I think it's good to get in kind of the ground floor here with Gamebred, and they're doing some cool stuff. Take care of the fighters. They got big-name fighters. It's an exciting product, so I like being part of it.
So your last UFC win came UFC 165 against Matt Mitrione. I don't know if you remember, but there was another guy who fought on that card with you who's fighting tomorrow night. Do you remember who it was?
Fought on 165 and then on this card? Who is it?
Jesse Ronson.
Oh, really? He was on the prelims?
Yeah. No, he fought on that card, made his debut on UFC 165. Obviously, tomorrow night fighting Anthony Njokwani. What is it like seeing some of the guys that you've worked with in UFC fight alongside with, being able to continue their career in platforms such as this one?
Yeah, I love it. Like Chase Sherman, I think he had one fight, or he might have even had any pro fights when he came and trained with me in SoCal. So seeing Chase do his thing, I've known Alan for a long time. JDS, him and I were supposed to fight in UFC, and he fought my good friend Shane Carwin. So I know most of the guys really well, so it's cool. It's cool, especially on this side. Not getting punched in the face, this is cool.
Do you have any picks for fight of the night?
Ooh, fight of the night. Your fight of the night might be the first fight. With the
Anbar?
Yeah, with Joe Party, and Charles Bennett.
Yes, lots of craziness
that could be your fight of the night, yeah. And it kicks off the card, so that's a good thing.
So there's a video going around on the internet of you flipping over your TRX truck. Overall, how was that experience? How did that all come about?
Not good. Experience was not good. I got concussed pretty bad. Spent months tricking that truck out, and then decided to off-road it and shoot it for the page there with Toontown, and you flip it. It's good and bad. So as my producer who was with me, when I flipped it, you hear him go, "Oh, no." And I get out, and he sees I'm all right. And he's like, "You good?" I'm like, "I'm good." And he's like, "Man, as your friend, I'm glad you're all right. But as a producer, this is going to crush." And I was like, "You're a piece of shit." He's right. I think we're over 50 million views on it or something like that. Something wild. I don't know. People like to see destruction, which I thought it happened in January. So it happened January 6th. And then talked with insurance. We had the right insurance that covered it all because I wasn't in competition. And insurance is like, just don't post it till we do the payout and you're good. So once the insurance gave me the okay, we released the video, and that was like last week. So, I thought it would do all right, but it's insane. I was on Fox News talking about, it's wild. To me, it's not that crazy. It's crazy you flip upside down and destroy an expensive truck, but there's cooler stuff on the internet. I don't get it.
Cool moment today. You helped out one of the Gamebred fighters, Mr. Joshua Weems. Was telling you that his wife, his kids weren't going to come. You offered to pay for their flights, and now they're on their way here to Orlando.
Yeah.
What was the thought process behind doing that?
Not a lot of thinking went into that. He was talking. He's a good dude. I've never met him. I'm a dad. He's a dad. And he was talking about, he was talking about his kids, and he's fighting for his kids, and how special it is when they can see him fight. And, he took this fight on short notice. He owns like a painting company, I think. Said he was just at work when they called him to fight, and he told his wife he wasn't going to fight for a few months. He was going to take a break, and then he got this opportunity. He was like, "Yeah, I just wish my son could see me fight." And I was like, "Well, why can't they come here?" And he's like, flights." And I was like, "Oh, hell no." So from one dad to another, I'm like, "I got you, man." He's doing something special, and I wish my kids could have seen me fight when I was competing, and yeah, I can't believe it's news or people are talking about it. It's just I would expect someone to do that for me if I needed it, So hopefully, he gets the win and his kids see their dad. Their dad's Superman, and so those kids should experience that in person. So yeah, it worked out. I think I just got notification that the flight went through and they leave tomorrow morning.
How much are you enjoying life outside of fighting?
Good. I mean, it's fighting's stressful, man. Fighting, especially I get a little bit of PTSD. Talking to all these guys staying at the Fighters Hotel. I haven't done this since I was in the UFC, man. So it takes me down not a bad road, just different. It's intense. These guys are fighting for a living, and I just got done interviewing the entire roster that's on the fight card tomorrow. So, a lot of guys are fighting paycheck to paycheck. They're fighting and they need the money, and this is the dark side of fighting. I don't think a lot of people see, and even I've been out of the game for a little bit now, so even I tend to forget about this stuff. But like this last fighter we spoke to, he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I got 3 kids to feed, man. I don't win. They don't eat." And you're just like, "Oh my!" It's heartbreaking. You want everybody to win, and the sport doesn't work that way. So, I think. It's not a negative thing, but I think I made the right choice leaving. My life is exceptionally better, and I'm just glad I have this opportunity, and I love being around the guys, and it's a good thing. It's a blessing.
Last question for you, Brendan. We're here 2024 now. You're just kind of getting started. What are you looking to accomplish? What are your main goals?
As far as like Gamebred and
just a general Gamebred comedy career, anything?
Yeah, I mean, the podcast is, back on track. We got the Thick Boy Network with Fire and the Kid, Golden Hour, Schaub Show. I have Toontown, my car show. Compete in the MIP 400 truck race next weekend in Vegas. I have 4 more races. So I just stay busy, man, and try and be the best person and dad I can be. And I coach my son's football and baseball team. So being around for that, and then comedy when I can schedule it and things calm down, I'll get back to on the road. But for now, just doing spots in LA. So life is good, man. Just trying to balance it, and it's tough.
That's Brendan Schaub. I'm Carl Prusa. Stick around.